When was the last time you looked yourself in the eyes in the mirror and said something kind? And I would assume that the answer is never. And I think that that says very much about the relationship that we have with ourselves. And we don't really stay and look. We walk very fast by all the mirrors, and we really do our best to avoid them. So staying with them is really important work. So hi and welcome. My name is Lena and this is Queen Formation with Lena. So this is a space for you, for midlife women who feel a bit lost and disconnected, that you have maybe forgotten who you are. And this stage of life, we have taken care of everything else but ourselves. So many times we forgot what we used to enjoy, who we used to be. And I want you to connect back with that inner queen. We all have her within, but sometimes she is buried quite deep beneath all these layers of things and other people's bullshit, quite frankly. And this week's video is very inspired by Louise Hay. And she talked a lot about both self-love but also mirror work. And she believed that loving yourself was one of the most powerful things that you can do. And the more I get to spend time in this type of work, the more I agree with her, because it's really the foundation for so many of the things that you want to create and build and do. So this is what we are going to talk about. Because we are not born hating ourselves. You don't really see many babies hating their bodies and thinking that they are chunky and fat and have a big belly and thick thighs. They're just happy to have a body, and they take up space and they own the room, and you know when they're hungry and tired and happy and sad. And this behavior that we have now, it's something that we pick up along the way, and we learn that taking up all this space is wrong, and we begin to quiet ourselves. And this is behaviors that are learned, which is, it also means that it can be unlearned. So all these thoughts and all these things that you have, they can be changed. And Louise also talked a lot about how there are 4 barriers that are holding you back from what you want to do in your life. And these 4 barriers, it's also something that you often meet when you look yourself in the eyes in the mirror. So it's resentment, guilt, criticism, or fear. So I think most of us can relate to at least one of these. For me, it's been criticism, by far the most used one for me. Whenever I look to myself in the mirror, I have that little voice. That was, nothing was good. And I think a lot of women are stuck here. And resentment is also, it has a lot to do with anger and bitterness. Things that you have pushed aside and not been able to express throughout your life. We have so many fears. But it can also be fear of being seen and of taking up too much space, and what will people think. I think that is a big one. What will people think? Especially if you're doing any kind of work and doing things, creating something for yourself, taking up space, posting online. What will people think? And then we have guilt. So guilt for things that has happened, throughout our lives, and maybe we don't think that we are worthy of love or whatever it can be. So many times when you look into the mirror, you will meet yourself with at least one of these barriers. And I want us to do this exercise now. So you can pause the video and go and find a small mirror. I have one here. This is a really good exercise for you to begin practicing seeing yourself and meeting yourself. And we begin in so many different places. Maybe you should just begin by looking yourself in the eyes and not saying anything. Maybe this is where you have to start. It all depends on where you are. This is where I had to start. I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. I just looked myself in the eyes and stayed there. Not looking away. Staying there. And you have to make sure that you are alone when you do this. So take some time when you know that no one is going to disturb you. And allow whatever you feel to come up. But if you want to add something, I want you to look yourself in the eyes and say, I love you. And also say, I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. See what happens and see what comes up. And please don't brush off anything that comes up. Don't judge it. Don't be mad at yourself. Because this is important information. And these are the things that you need to dig a bit deeper into and to see where it comes from. And it might be the things that are standing in your way or will be standing in your way if you want to create something beautiful for yourself, a new life, if you want to grow, if you want to do something new, whatever it is. Just get to know yourself again and understand yourself and why you do the things you do. Because you will meet your parents' limitations. But it's really powerful work and very emotional work. And I have cried a lot, and it has been uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. But it's so worth it. And also to begin to find this, when in the morning, for instance, when you brush your teeth, use that time. Give yourself some extra time in the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and say these things. Say I love you and stay there. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. And I mean, this is really powerful work because it's the foundation then for whatever it is that you want to build. And it's an emotional experience. And if you want to go much deeper into it, we are doing that inside the program Unleash Your Worthy Woman, which is a program for women in midlife where this is part of it. We do the uncomfortable things, but we are held doing it. And you don't have to be alone, and you don't have to go through all of this alone. And I am here for you, and I would love to help you. So connect with me on any platform where you can find me, or send me an email. There is more information in the description, and we'll take it from there. But thank you so much for being here with me today. It meant so much to me. And I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Lots of love.